LGT is a princely owned private banking located, or the headquarters is in Liechtenstein. We are operating worldwide, have many different locations in Asia, Europe and UK. We are responsible for the whole HR services and digital transformation. The main system that we are responsible for is of course Workday. After we went live 4 years ago, we defined a project that has 3 phases. The first phase was really a consolidating phase, doing the job with Workday. The second phase was then more to improve Workday. And the third phase, this is the phase that we are currently working on, is really the digitalization phase, with a strong focus on, I would say, going back to the standard processes and really try to digitize and automate all the existing processes that we are currently doing manual. For us, the standardization is really a crucial one. We have many locations worldwide, and from a maintenance perspective, it doesn't make any sense to have, 10 different solutions in place. Why we have licensed Workday Extend, I think the main reason there was really to extend the possibilities, the existing possibilities that we have in Workday Core, and I think that's it.
Perfect.